GMDC is another stock that has been on the move lately. VS Gadhvi joins in on the line from Kutch to talk about what's been happening over there and the recent announcements from the Gujarat government. Mr. Gadhvi, morning. First, can you confirm for us, sir, whether the Gujarat government indeed has said that your company will be reserved for all the important minerals and mining in Gujarat?
Good morning to you. I would like to clarify that the lignite has been reserved for the government PSUs in Gujarat. It is GMDC and some other PSUs. As far as the bauxite is concerned, yes, it has been reserved for GMDC, except where they have already granted the leases to the captive users.
Okay. So from the total capacity on both lignite and bauxite, Mr. Gadhvi, what percentage does GMDC have exclusive ownership over then?
As far as lignite is concerned, it is around 90%. And the bauxite is concerned, it is also between 75 to 80. So the major share would be obviously with the GMDC. And you can also look at the figures of the production. Like in the previous year, we have produced around 8 million ton of bauxite. And this year we are going to produce between 9 to 10 million ton of lignite. And in bauxite also, the production would be at least 3 to 4 times higher than the previous year. So the one thing is that we have acquired or we are going to acquire the further areas. And the second is our emphasis is on the increasing the production.
Mr. Gadhvi, morning to you. We understand that you're in talks with Tata's as well for an alumina joint venture. When do you think the final announcement would be made and what kind of production are you looking at?
Right now, GMDC is in the active consultation with many companies about the joint ventures, particularly based on the minerals like lignite and bauxite. You very rightly said about the Tata project. This is, in fact, GMDC, MENA agencies and Tata. But the entire professional management of the project would be through Tata. So this is in advanced stage. I am expecting the video of Tata to be in Gujarat in this month. And some modalities which are yet to be cleared should be over before the end of the financial year.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about your cement JV then. What kind of investments are lined up on that front and what kind of production are you expecting from that?
Yeah, as far as the cement is concerned, we have already entered into the JV with Jayaprakash Limited. And this can go to production, I think, within a very short time because all other formalities and shareholders agreement, etc. is over. What is
the total investment in this JV?
It will be more than 200 crores. Yeah, and
is it true, Mr. Gadhvi, that... Sure. Is it true, sir, that the Gujarat government has reserved sale and export rights as well along with the mining rights for GMDC?
As far as the lignite is concerned and the bauxite is concerned, there are 4 or 5 projects which are in pipeline and they should be finalized. Some of them would be even before the end of this financial and the others would be before the end of the next financial year. You are telling about the JV in cement. This is with Jayaprakash and the production would be around 5 million tons annually.
Okay. What kind of investment outlay does GMDC have in that case, Mr. Gadhvi, for whatever is left of this financial year and for FY11?
Mainly in 3 areas. One is, of course, as I mentioned, the lignite. The other would be, on the limestone-based investment. The third would be few projects on bauxite and the value addition because in bauxite main thrust is on the value addition. And
my question, sir, is in terms of how much money will be required by way of an investment outlay. How many thousand crores do you think you would be required to spend?
Okay. In fact, the projects which are in advanced stage would require anything between 2,500 crores to 3,000 crores. and out of which, JV partner would be, putting some funds, and from GMDC side, we will also having the equity contribution. And for the rest of the funds, we have our reserves, and we are also in touch with some of the financial institutions for further funds.
So how does this change your revenue profile? I wanted to understand, Mr. Gadhvi. For FY11, for example, what do you think, given all this investment outlay and the kind of exclusive rights you have in mining, what do you think you can report in terms of revenues?
That's right.
FY10 and 11.
If this figures, may indicate about what you are asking, it is 0809. That is in the previous time. So profit before tax was 370 crores. It was ultimately after tax was 236 crores. But if you look at this current financial, then we would be having the profit before tax around 400 crores. Calculate the tax, etc., it would be around 275 crores. So if you look at the revenue model, then these new projects will certainly generate the revenue in this proportion.
Sonia?
Mr. Gadhvi, I just needed a status check on one of your projects. You have a copper and zinc extraction project that you've planned with Rajasthan's Mine and Mineral Corporation. When do you think that would come on stream, and what kind of, in terms of profitability, what are you all watching out for from that project?
We have already entered an agreement with Rajasthan Mines and Mineral Development Corporation and also the Binani Cement.
Yes, sir. When will that come on stream? I'm trying to understand.
We had a meeting, last month. The project should be taken up anytime in the first or second quarter of the next financial year. Some valuation part which is being carried out right now should be over within next 3 to 4 months.
Okay. And just to touch base on that point that Mitali was trying to make, on account of the revenue front, what kind of an uptick are you expecting post all these investments and outlays and production comes on stream going into the next quarter by way of percentage growth? How much are you expecting as far as profitability and revenue is concerned?
I think as far as the revenue is concerned, the GMDC has been very consistent if you look at the last for financial years or even before that. So I think there could be a minor change in the upward side, but it will continue with more revenues in proportion to the JVs which really take off the ground.
Thanks, Mr. Gadhvi, very much for joining in. That's GMDC, important news for them. Not only do they have exclusive mining rights for lignite and bauxite, they also get apparently access to export as well. That should be extremely material for the company. 2.5% up on it now, volumes beginning to pick up.